Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow. I'm just gonna jump right into this one because it's long as fuck, and please mind the trigger warning. So grab your vibes and your delights, re-up if you must, and let's jump into this story called, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Wife She's Just as Racist as Her Parents? Mind the trigger warning. I, 53 male, am white. My wife of 30 years, Naomi, is Japanese. We have 3 kids. This story focuses on my oldest son, Kyle, 28. When Kyle first got to college, he began dating a Japanese girl, and when he introduced her to my wife, Naomi loved her. They didn't end up working out, but for the past 3 years, my son has been seeing Danny, a black girl. My son was in medical school across the country, and he ended up meeting Danny because they were both volunteers at a soup kitchen. I remember the first time he sent me a picture of her. My wife immediately didn't like her. I'm going to try to phrase this without sounding ignorant myself. She looks like the urban black girl most people think of when they think of African American women. Hoop earrings, long nails, and long eyelashes. I think she looks stunning, but I've never been in a situation where I was involved in African American culture. I'm just going to pause right there. My husband pointed out how fucking awful that sounded, but I was holding out belief that it was just because he had never had a close black friend or never dated a black person. That's all I'm hoping that is. Okay. I just need that to get through this story. So recently my son moved back to our city for residency, and Danny moved with him and started law school. She was starting law school? What did your wife say about that? Anyway, they were staying in an Airbnb while looking for a place, and this week they finally found one, so they invited us over for dinner. Danny cooked soul food. Danny cooked soul food, and this stuff was amazing. I complimented her food, and my wife gave me the side eye. Naomi then pulled out her phone and asked Danny, why does she dress like this? And why was she twerking in public? And Kyle asked his mom what her problem was. And then I took the phone to scroll Danny's Instagram. So she pulled up her Instagram and just started showing. Okay. Weird. And while she did have some videos of her having fun, she also had plenty of pictures of her academic achievements. Of course, she just skipped right over all of those. What the fuck? And before Danny could answer, I told my wife Danny is young and having fun. I asked, did she see that Danny graduated cum laude or all the time she volunteered? My wife looked angry that I would bring that up. Okay, I guess that answered my question. And Naomi then said that she thinks that Danny isn't good enough for our son. Oh, Danny then asked why Naomi loved Kyle's ex so much. Ooh, she already clocked it. She didn't graduate with honors. She has many different boys that she posted on social media. And Danny then said that it's evident that the reason Naomi doesn't like her is because of her race. Okay, Danny. Okay. She seemed like that bitch and I love it, girl. Naomi doubled down and said, so what? Okay, we're done here. What the fuck? I've never heard Kyle even disrespect his mother, but he told her to get the fuck out, and Naomi left crying. Ooh. In the car on the ride home, I asked her what her problem was, and she asked me why I didn't defend her. I said because she was being racist and a hypocrite, and she's acting just like her parents. Her parents didn't like me because I was white. Racists always hurt themselves. Okay, that's all I'm just. She said it's different and was quiet on the way home. And when we got home, she locked herself in the room and started crying. I can't feel bad for her. Thank you. I can't feel bad for her because if someone disrespected my wife the way she disrespected Danny, I would have absolutely did the same thing Kyle did. But am I the asshole because I was so harsh towards her in the situation? No, you weren't harsh enough. And there's no way that you didn't know that your wife was like this the whole time. I'm sorry. I have to say that. All right. So let's go ahead and just read the update. So I want to mention a couple things. First off, I've been around black people. They were never part of my inner circle until Danny came along. Also, I think it's stupid that twerking has a negative connotation. It was just dancing, and the video that my wife found was at a nightclub. Wow. So that's the place where twerking is supposed to be, and she was mad about it. Ugh. And she wasn't at a church dancing like that. Okay, thank you. My daughter Ari and her mom are very close. So I asked her to breakfast today and we talked. I just asked her if she knew her mom to be racist. She asked why, and I told her about the incident with Danny. Ari told me everything makes sense now. What? She said it was subtle, but when she was in high school, she lost a chess match to a Hispanic boy, and Naomi said that he cheated. But during another round when she lost to a white girl, her mom said that she was just really good. There's no way he didn't notice. She listed a few other incidents, but it was hard to see Ari come to the realization that her mom was not who she thought she was. Ari then explained how this is bad because Kyle told her that he was about to propose to Danny soon. I guess Ari talked to my wife before I could because she asked how could I bring the kids into the argument. I said this argument is about their brother. Our kids are very close, so they were going to find out eventually. And I said, since she's done crying, does she want to explain what last night was about? And she said it's not that serious. And I thought, how, if my son and Danny got married and he had kids, I wouldn't be involved if I chose to stay with her. And that's not a chance I'm willing to take. So I packed my bag. And I told Naomi if she's not willing to even talk to me, I can't stay in this relationship. And she said stop before I left the door, and then she started crying again. She admitted to having racist tendencies. She admitted that she's jealous of Danny. She said she was supposed to succeed like her and be smart like her, and she said it's not fair. Ooh. Oh. Is she blaming you? It sounds like she wants to be Danny. Oof, that's crazy. She said it's not fair that Danny got all of this, and I'm sure that part of it is because she's black too. Oh my gosh. And I said it was fair. Growing up, my wife was not poor or had it hard by any means. She had access to tutors and the best schools. And I said that this is a sad and pathetic excuse. So she had everything handed to her in an oyster, and she chose not to pursue it. And she's mad at this poor young black woman. Oh my gosh. She then said she was losing both of us to Danny. What? This is the same shit that my sister-in-law said. She said that I was stealing everybody from her. And I was like, what are you talking about? But anyway, I asked how. And she talked about how I complimented Danny's cooking, but don't like Japanese food. I explained how I'm just not a fan of Japanese food, but I eat it when she makes it. But it can't be about the food because she already had a problem before we even got there. Right. I'm so glad that you're standing on business, even though I think you're still very suspicious, but thank you for standing on business, sir. I told her I'm leaving and that until she changes her ways or gets help, I'm not coming back. And I'm getting a divorce if she doesn't apologize to Danny and mean it. Have fun with your divorce. I've just been driving around since that conversation, and I'm hurt that the love of my life is not who I thought she was. That's crazy. But I'm so sorry. I just can't even believe that you didn't know. A while back, I asked a question and I was like, if you were in an interracial relationship, okay, and your partner was in fact black, okay, if they asked you to prove it to them that you were a safe place, would you? And people weren't giving me mixed reactions, but when I got it from a Reddit post, and the lady was like, I just need him to prove to me that he's safe. It was a very similar situation. She heard the in-laws say some scary shit. She ran away. The husband had never been around black people enough to know when people are making stereotypical jokes and stuff. The black woman was like, I need you to prove to me that you're safe before I will come back, right? And I feel like this conversation is relevant here because he didn't ask any of these questions. You know what I'm saying? He knew it was wrong, and I'm so glad that he called it out, right? But how many other things did she say about other people that he let slide, that he just let fly? That's why I feel like he's unsafe too, because he didn't even know. The daughter knew. The son immediately was like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you not know? That's tripping me out. Okay. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this. The story was devastating to read. It was cathartic. Is that the right word? Maybe. I will say that even though the OP is mad sus to me, you know, it was very refreshing to see him say the things that I wanted him to say, you know. So I do thank the OP for that, and I respect that. But you got a long road ahead of you, sir. But all right, I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And how do you make people that you love feel safe? I would love to know that. How do you prove to your Black friends? How do you prove to your partners that you love them? I don't know. I just like hearing about it. Sapo likes playing in my hair, and he makes me love me all the time. So how do your partners make you feel happy and loved? All right. Get the fuck out of here. All right, guys. I love you. See y'all later. Be safe.